how can that level of over honesty or radical honesty compared to just traditional honesty, how can it be more honest than so maybe you like her body, and to add that tact into it, to add the social acuity, why sometimes do guys think, oh, I'm just being honest, but you can't just walk up like I asked a girl who was walking through, I was like, how fast do you know in the interaction if you're sexually attracted to a man? And she said 5 to 10 seconds, and I'm sure guys would say the same thing.
Yeah, there's something like a woman can judge a man's date worthiness like 60% faster than he can, or 75% faster, something like that.
But it's still very fast. So, I mean, people want to have sex, but it's completely not socially acute to walk up and say, let's fuck, even though you know it right as you're walking up.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I don't think you know it. I think you know that if all things were perfect, you would want to fuck that person. And the problem with the lack of sex people get, like guys, right? Guys are operating at a sexual deficit, and a lot of attractive women are operating at sexual abundance. The problem with that idea that guys, have to work for getting sex, because there's this shitty cycle. This is a whole big thing that we can go into for and ever, but imagine that there's this cycle, okay? The cycle is, and it's the chicken before the egg situation, guys are trying to get laid. And the reason why guys are trying to get laid is because women are trying to stop guys from getting laid. They're trying to protect themselves.
Because they can't get laid all the time.
Well, I mean, you don't want to have sex with everybody. I mean, if you were having sex with everybody you want to have sex with, you'd want to break. Like, literally, you could even just get to my level and just be like, yeah, this is fucking tiring, right? But the thing about women is that they're protecting themselves from getting laid, or protecting themselves. We call this dynamic social homeostasis, where you're trying to align with people that are good for you and stay away from people that are bad.
Social homeostasis.
Yeah, dynamic social homeostasis. And what we're trying to do is, guys are trying to get laid because girls are trying to protect themselves, but also women are trying to protect themselves, and that keeps men trying to get laid. And then men are trying to get laid, so women are trying to protect themselves, and then men are trying to get laid so it's this big cycle, right? And there's only 2 ways to stop it. Number one, girl can have sex with every guy that wants to have sex with her, which is just not going to happen. Or men can learn to be really desirable and just flip the switch. Like celebrities, so celebrities are more often than not, like good-looking celebrity dudes are more often than not trying to protect themselves rather than out trying to align themselves, right? So the question about honesty versus radical honesty versus, how you identify how to learn that social skill really comes down to the idea of putting yourself in a position where you agree and you understand fundamentally that you don't know if you want to have sex with that person. I asked a question when I was speaking, if you guys had seen it, that said, also be mindful of the battery scenario.
Yes. If you want to continue your answer,
I'll
just grab the charger.
I'll just do this here. I'll talk to you guys. I spoke on my speech about the idea of understanding that, listen, you see a hot girl, right? You or an attractive woman, whatever capacity you internalize it in, and you are unsure. In your brain, you say, "Oh, I want to fuck that girl," but really, in reality, you don't know, because there is something that you could learn about that woman that would make you not want to have sex with her, right? You may find out she has an STD. You may find out that she is known for murdering her partners. The point of fact is that there are things that you could learn about those people, or that woman in general, that would make you not want to be with that person. And that's very, very dangerous, but it's also very telling, because now you know that your first intent with that woman, your first understanding with that woman is not about having sex with that woman. It's about finding out, if nothing more bland than finding out pieces of information about that woman so that you know whether or not you actually want that. And the problem that I was kind of getting at is when you're operating at a deficit, you don't think, oh, I want to figure out if I want to have sex with that woman at all. You think, I am so rarely getting food, I'm going to eat this no matter what. I don't care if it's bad for me. I don't care if it's poisonous. I'm going to have it. And that's the biggest problem. So when you're operating from that level, you're not actually embracing honesty. When you go up to a woman and you say, oh, I want to fuck you, you're not actually being honest. And that's what she's reacting to. Thanks for watching. For more information, head on over to artoftheplayboy.com, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.